So we're going to talk about the terminology that we're going to use, because if we're going to get into a level of self-mastery, we're going to need to change the language. So I want to talk about what you just said, but I'm going to leave that for a little bit later, if that's okay.
Yes.
So have you ever had an opinion about yourself and then you've proved yourself wrong, is Zimmy's point?
Yes.
Have you? I'm a really bad cook, and then I cooked and it was really not so bad. Wasn't that what happened to Patty last session when we spoke about it? Patty said she was a really bad cook because she got such bad criticism. And for 17 years, she believed she was really bad at making that recipe and did not make it. Well, guess what she did last year? Right? Right before Christmas, she invited some people over and made that recipe. And you know what they told her? It was up there in the top 3 of that recipe they had ever tasted. What happens when those things? She had an opinion she was bad at it, and somebody told her she didn't. What happens?
It breaks down the barrier.
Yes, you break through your glass ceiling. You break through your glass ceiling. You change the belief you have of yourself, and that's what you're talking about. Changing that opinion. And so that brings me to how to raise your own standards. Raising standards of your life. I'd like to start with a story today. I actually lived this story with Zimmy, so I thought it was a great one to be able to use today. So on Friday, I get a message from school, okay, saying I was basically on Friday sent a message that I had to go to the principal's office.
Nice.
Okay, how well did you think I felt? I felt like I was a little. Obviously, it was virtual. You are being summoned to the principal's office. Please give me 3 availabilities. Okay, no problem. I'm ready to talk to you people. What's up? But you send me a message on Friday for a meeting on Monday and Tuesday, but you don't tell me what it's about. So what do you think that created within me?
Anxiety.
Your armor.
Anxiety, your armor. Anybody, if you guys want to participate, just put it in the
You're
chat.
also thinking-
So I send out an email on Friday with all these fears, anxieties, uncertainties, not sure this, not sure that. And she writes me back on Friday going, oh, it's about, it's about her and, her conduct. Like, all right, at least we've categorized what it is about, right? So Monday, it's scheduled for 2:30. I'm spending the day here and I am literally frazzled. When I say I'm frazzled, I'm feeling the fear, the anxiety, the stress. What are they going to do? They're going to kick her out. Seriously, how is this affecting her? What is she doing to the other children? And so what was I creating? Extremely negative. And so here we go to the language, extremely negative.
Why?
What if I were to tell you that the fear, the anxiety, the stress, the uncertainty is only but the result of a seed? And that seed is what you have to look at. If I were to put a magnifying glass on that seed, and I were to tell you this is not negative, but it is disempowering thought. It's disempowerment thinking.
Mm-hmm.
What if I told you there were no positive thinking and negative thinking? There was just empowered thinking and disempowered thinking. How would that make you feel? And that would be the seed. That is the seed. Empowered thinking or disempowered? How does that make you feel now? And so that seed, when you get into disempowered thought, guess what happens? It goes into a disempowered plant, or like Zimmy was saying, this event happens, and so it's a snowball that goes down the hill. I'm saying, I'm not using words like negative and positive.
Okay.
I'm using empowered or disempowered words. But positive means it's something exterior. Empowering thoughts are things that are in your control. So if you can find how to keep your mind in an empowered state of mind. Because what I did unconsciously, and how many times does that happen to you? You put yourself in a disempowered state of mind. a disempowered state of mind. How many people, how many of you do that? So now I ask you, how do you get out of that? Right. Coming from a place of empowerment. So guys, I want you guys to stay conscious to that. Because if today we're going to talk about raising our standard, we're going to talk about raising our standards from changing that opinion we have of self. The only way we can do that is by raising our standards. So I ask you, next time you go through that negative thought of thinking, you have the anxiety, you have the stress, you have all of these fears, try to say, I'm going to change my thinking from a disempowering thoughts to an empowering position. It's just about perspective.